Good afternoon, I'm Karen, and today I'm going to talk to you about my experience of living with headaches and TMD, which I've been navigating for about 19 years now. Through my journey to pain management, I've had to find ways to adapt to my new normal to manage pain. My goal today is to share some tips and strategies which have helped me to better cope with chronic pain on a daily basis. I hope that by sharing my experience, I bring hope to you that it is possible to manage your pain rather than pain managing you. I know sometimes that's how it feels. As for my background, in the mid-90s, I had a novice wisdom tooth extraction which didn't go well, and that seems to have been what started my issues and with living with some headache and jaw pain. Initially, it was just treated with heat and a night splint and a root canal. Then after about 10 years, at the beginning of '06, I woke up with a severe headache, and it also included arm pain. That headache, it was one that never went away. The pain greatly impacted the use of my right hand, even for basic tasks like writing and using a mouse. This was the start of my journey to trying to find relief. So over the next 3 years, I tried numerous different therapies and nearly 24 practitioners. Some of the therapies I had never even heard about at that point. By mid-2009, through the process of trying different therapy methods, I was directed to an extremely knowledgeable caring physiotherapist specializing in craniomandibular therapy. This was the first time I had found any significant relief from headache and TMD. She then referred me to a dentist specializing in orofacial pain and TMD. This dentist then created a splint for me to wear 24/7 and started me on Botox injections. As for my current state, I'm in a maintenance state. And it's that way because of a combination of splint, Botox injections, physio, and targeted stretching and exercises. And it's successfully managing my headaches and TMD now for almost 12 years. I can continue to see the dentist as well as physiotherapists to help me to get to a managed condition. And that's how I manage, and I'm doing very well now. Successful management with the continuing combination of therapies and my own commitment, it allows me to work in my career, which has a lot of physical requirements. I work in industrial environments requiring climbing scaffolds, long ladders, and entering equipment for inspection work, often outdoors, and with the varying climate conditions found in Alberta. Successful management allows me to work full-time 10-hour days, and at times I work extended work duration periods of 4 to 6 weeks of 12-hour days, 6 or 7 days a week. I can do this now and manage my pain. I'm also able to enjoy many recreational activities, although I had to adapt my activities to suit my new normal and replace several of them, especially ones with impact. I now regularly swim, hike, bicycle, and stair climb. Finding ways to manage your pain, it requires you to be open to suggestions to things you may not think are affecting you. And it may not be just one thing. Referral to a sleep clinic was one of those things. I was eventually diagnosed and successfully treated for sleep apnea, which helped me regain a lot of energy and relieve some headache, especially when I wake in the morning. I didn't know there was such a thing as sleep apnea at the point in my journey where I was introduced to it. I have found some strategies for successful management that I'll try to share with you now. So I find that regular exercise focusing on core and upper body strength and stretching, targeting neck, shoulders, jaw are essential for me to manage my pain. I continue with this daily. I also commit to continuing physiotherapy, which keeps the muscles which trigger headaches in check. Chiropractic care is essential for me as well. And food is medicine. Eating a healthy, clean diet of soft food helps me to manage pain. I have to avoid processed inflammatory foods, and I try to eat foods that look like they did when they came from the earth or from a creature. These are examples of things we can do and learn and to help manage our pain on our own from day to day. For me, when pain is worsened or triggered, some of the things that I find helpful to actively manage it are ice and heat, stretching, exercise, and trigger point pressure. So my headaches and TMD respond well with ice initially, followed with heat. Heat is effective for muscle pain in the upper shoulder and neck area as well. And I keep a special neck heating pad available. I use large gel packs. As for stretching, after applying ice and heat, gentle stretching targeting shoulder, neck, and jaw are effective for me to release some tightness, which can cause pain. And exercise for me requires needing to move the large muscles in the shoulders through their range it helps me to reduce pain and headache levels. I find swimming is a very effective activity for this range of motion. Exercise with resistance bands is also very useful and easy to take with you if you travel. And as for trigger point pressure, I use a therapy cane, which is a curved stick with rounded knobs, which allow me to put pressure on tight muscles in my upper shoulder, and which it helps to alleviate some headache pain. As for triggers, I recognize there can be many triggers for pain. For me, there are two big ones that took some time to figure out. Those are food and bright conditions. As mentioned earlier, eating soft food diet is essential for me. I avoid anything that requires a wide bite, and I usually carry a knife with me for those situations. A well-functioning blender is also an excellent tool. At one point in my journey, I was putting lettuce in a blender. Cutting hard-to-chew food into small, thin, almost shredded pieces makes it manageable at times, although now I can eat most foods with some adaptation. As for bright conditions, that's things like bright room light, sunlight, reflection, and glare. They're all headache triggers for me. I adapt by wearing sunglasses with a good quality dark lens and a cap for shading my eyes. I never go anywhere without them. Bright light through windows for me often needs to be shaded to help reduce these triggers. Sometimes for me, something as simple as cardboard can make a difference in certain environments. In closing, I'd like to add that the expertise of many skilled practitioners have played and continue to play an important role in this successful journey for me. It's important to find practitioners who you can work with and you trust. I hope this sharing can help you to continue to find ways to successfully manage your pain, headaches, and TMD, and maybe find something to inspire you to try something new. Thank you.